Okay, my friends, let's begin with the first command of ETABS from the file menu. This is the first command, new model. I can click here or using the shortcuts Ctrl+N or from the quick access toolbar right here, the new model. It doesn't matter, these are the same. And when this window will open, we have to set our settings right here. For example, use build settings with, I can change the units, okay, metric SI, and I can change the region for default materials. For example, if my project place in the United States, I can select here United States, and a still section database, okay, for example AISC 14 or Euro if you live in the Euro area. A steel design code for a steel structure design code, you have to set the design code right here. Okay, it depends on the country you live in, your project will be running. And for concrete design code right here, okay, you can select the designing code and select the OK button here. The next window, we have to change grid dimension, story dimension, and add structural objects. The best structural objects right here is grid only, and we have to change grid dimensions. For example, the basic value right here, it shows us that the number of grid lines in X direction is 4, Y direction is 4, and we have to change it. For example, 5, 6. This is the example. Doesn't matter the value. You have to enter any value, depends on your projects. And spacing of grid, this is the basic spacing, okay? And the next grid labels from X grid starting with A label and the Y grid starting with 1, okay? Label left to right, label bottom to top, okay? Label top to bottom, select here, and okay. And we can change it. For example, I can change to start with 1 in X direction and starting with A label. Okay. The custom grid spacing, edit grid data, I can use and I can add any grid lines. It depends on the X direction or Y direction in your projects. You can change it easily. And from the add or delete, you can change anything that you wanted. The story dimensions, for example, if my projects have 12 stories and the typical story height is 3 meters, look at the units right here. The bottom story height is, and the custom story data, I can edit the height of a story right here and okay. When I change anything that I wanted for my project, click OK right here, and then we have 2 or 3 right here. The first time we have 3. Window Model Explorer, Plan View, this is the 2D, and this is the 3D view. And now that's it. We run a project, and this is the Model Explorer, and this is the 2D, for example, Plan View, this is the 3D. Okay, as you can see, all of these menus are active now, and I can use any commands for my projects. In the left area right here, the left side, all of the commands are activated. Okay. Okay, in the next lesson, I will use the open projects and the open commands right here for running previous project, and I will see you in the next session. Thank you for watching and supporting.